Good morning. You are listening to UpReach. I beseech you, therefore, brethren, by the mercies of God, that you present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable to God, which is your reasonable service. And do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of God. Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2. Nothing ever seems quite so good the second time it is done. This is part of the human situation. It is part of the setup of life, and it is something which the church is very prone to forget. If we try to repeat a success, it means that we are living in the past. Many a church somewhere in the past has had a great ministry, and for the rest of its days it seems to spend its time talking about that great ministry and trying to repeat it. Many a time some kind of experiment, some kind of method has proved successful, and then the tendency has been to do it again and to expect the same spectacular results. Harnack said that the danger of all great institutions is that they begin to worship their own past. You cannot go back. You must either go forward or perish. We can use the past for inspiration, and we can use the past for guidance, but we can seldom or never use the past as a pattern for the present. To try to repeat a success is to forget that you can never get the same combination of circumstances twice. Life never repeats itself, and for that very reason there can be no formula for success there. The question should not be what succeeded a generation or two ago, but rather what does the present situation demand? The logical conclusion of this is that if there is one thing the church should never fear, it is change. H.F. Light's famous hymn has it, "Change and decay in all around I see." But in point of fact, that line might well be rewritten, "Change or decay in all around I see." Unless a living organism changes, it necessarily dies. The one thing which does not change is a fossil, and a fossil has been dead for a very long time. One of the causes of the church's failure is its consistent attempt to repeat the successes of the past, for in attempting that, it is attempting the impossible. What about you today? Are you willing to make the changes in your life that are necessary to stimulate further growth? Why not ask God to give you the wisdom to know what changes are necessary to become more like Him, and the courage to make them today? This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day. As we experience this holiday season, it is my prayer that you and your family will be safe as you travel, that God will bless you with some wonderful times of fellowship with family and friends, and that God will use you in a personal way to bless the life of another. Then, as this holiday season concludes and life gets back into a familiar routine, please remember that every day is about Jesus. If we at the Church Street Church of Christ can help lead you to know more about Him, not just about His miraculous birth, but also about His life, His teachings, His ministry with people, His cruel death, His burial, His amazing resurrection, and His promise to one day come again to reward those who are faithful to Him each day, please call on any of us at the Church Street Church of Christ at 359-3597. You may also check out our website for more information and contact details at www.churchst.org. We are willing to help you in your walk with God at any time, day or night, for there is no other relationship as vital as this one, because this is the only relationship you will ever have that has eternal consequences. Remember, God loves you, and so do we.